Welcome to Good Morning America. Today we're going to discuss issues surrounding immigration, specifically Hispanics. Something which affects not only the immigrants themselves, but also a huge part of the general population. There certainly are many different opinions about this topic, and today we'll meet with both a nativist, a Hispanic teenager, a Democrat. But first, please welcome John Adams, an expert on Hispanic immigration. Mr. Adams, why don't you introduce us to this topic?
Well, yes. Immigration is a topic which appears in both politics and our day-to-day lives, and a lot of elements are introduced to us when speaking of immigrants. What should we do with them? How do we treat them? What options should they be given when arriving to our country? And what can they bring to our society? And so forth. There's a lot of Latinos spread across the country, and actually about 60% of them are born in the US. And they possess a lot of American values, but sadly they're still judged and discriminated by some American citizens. And a lot of Latinos does not get a very high education, placing them very low on the list of the payroll path.
Thank you. Next up, we meet Jose, a 16-year-old high school teenager. What is your daily life like being a US-born Hispanic in the United States? Do you experience discrimination?
Yes, a lot actually. Like people call me names on the streets, so like illegal immigrant and a criminal, and that hurts because I'm not a criminal.
And what about school? We heard earlier that only 60% of Hispanics graduate high school. Are you having any school-related problems?
Yes. For example, my parents aren't educated, and therefore they can't help me with school stuff and school-related stuff. And I'm really worried that I won't pass my exams because of bullying and stuff like that.
I'm sorry to hear. Now it's time for a completely different opinion. Please welcome Matilde from
Hello.
Mississippi. She is what many people would call a nativist. Matilde, what are your opinions on Hispanic immigrants?
I'm totally against immigration. They take advantage in our society. I believe that people who are not Americans do not belong in the United States. They don't speak our language. They take all our jobs, and they're lazy and criminals. They pressure the teenagers into doing drugs and criminality. They have bad influence in our society. Plus, they separate themselves from the real Americans.
Thank you, Matilde. So that was a very different opinion compared to what we have previously heard. But what about politicians? Meet Malena, a Democrat. What is your opinion?
I believe that Matilde is completely wrong. Nativists are filled with hate, for example, about the Hispanics. I mean that the Hispanics contribute the country with a lot of positive things. Our country with the Hispanics are improving. USA are becoming a more improved and stronger country. And beside ourselves, we can thank the new arrivals for that, including the Hispanics. All these factors have made US to the country US are today. So, yes.
Thank you, Malena. Now we've heard many different opinions on this very difficult topic. That was all we have for today.